The air is thick with anticipation, and something else, fear, perhaps, or maybe something colder, something devoid of hope. In the distance a heavy door clangs shut. Footsteps echo down a long corridor, each step a solemn beat to an unknown fate. It waits in the shadows, a grotesque throne of wood and metal. Its purpose? To deliver a final, irreversible sentence. This is the electric chair, a machine designed to kill, a symbol of punishment etched in the annals of human history. We delve now into its chilling narrative, exploring the dark corners of its past, the lives it claimed, and the haunting questions it continues to raise. The late 19th century, a time of burgeoning technological advancement, bore witness to a different kind of innovation. One designed not to improve life, but to end it with chilling efficiency. This era was marked by rapid industrial growth, scientific discoveries, and a fascination with the potential of electricity. Yet, amidst the excitement of progress, a darker application of this newfound power was taking shape. This was the era of the War of Currents, a battle between Thomas Edison's direct current and George Westinghouse's alternating current. Both men were titans of industry, each vying for dominance in the electrification of America. Their rivalry was fierce, with each side touting the superiority of their electrical system. Amidst this fierce rivalry, a dentist named Alfred Southwick witnessed a macabre inspiration. Southwick, who was also an inventor, became intrigued by the potential uses of electricity beyond lighting homes and powering machines. He observed a man die instantly after touching exposed electrical components. This tragic accident left a profound impact on Southwick, who began to ponder the implications of such a powerful force. This gruesome incident sparked a chilling idea. Could electricity offer a more humane form of execution than the barbaric hangings of the time? Hangings were often botched, leading to prolonged suffering, and Southwick believed that electricity could provide a quicker, more merciful end. Thus began the electric chair's journey from a sinister concept to a gruesome reality. Southwick's idea gained traction, and soon the electric chair was being developed and tested as a new method of capital punishment. It was championed as a swift and painless alternative to traditional methods, a testament to the perverse optimism surrounding new technology. Proponents argued that it was a modern scientific solution to the age-old problem of execution, but as we shall see, the reality was far more grisly. The promise of a humane execution was overshadowed by the horrific outcomes that often ensued, revealing the dark side of this so-called progress. The year was 1890. The streets of New York were bustling with life, but a dark cloud loomed over the city. William Kemmler, a convicted murderer, was about to make history, albeit involuntarily. His crime had shocked the nation, and now his punishment would do the same. He was chosen as the first subject of this new, chilling method of execution. The electric chair, a device that promised a swift and humane death, was about to be tested. The day arrived. Kemmler, strapped into the electric chair, became the focal point of morbid curiosity. The room was filled with witnesses, each one eager yet apprehensive about what they were about to see. Witnesses described a scene of unimaginable horror. The air was thick with tension and the atmosphere was almost unbearable. The first jolt of electricity sent Kemmler's body contorting against the restraints. His muscles contracted violently and his face twisted in agony. Smoke and the stench of burning flesh filled the air. The room was filled with gasps and cries of horror. But Kemmler was still alive. The initial shock had failed to kill him, leaving him in excruciating pain. It took a second, agonizingly long surge of electricity to finally extinguish his life. The process was anything but quick or humane. The execution was far from the swift, painless death promised. Time seemed to stretch endlessly as the gruesome scene unfolded. It was a spectacle of cruelty, a public display of suffering that shocked even the most ardent supporters of the electric chair. The newspapers the next day were filled with outrage and disbelief. The seed of doubt had been sown. The electric chair, once seen as a symbol of progress, was now a subject of intense scrutiny and debate. Despite the horrors of Kemmler's execution, the electric chair, with its aura of macabre efficiency, began its reign as the preferred method of execution in the United States. The gruesome spectacle of electrocution was seen as a more humane alternative to hanging, a method that often resulted in prolonged suffering. The electric chair promised a swift and certain death, though the reality was often far from this ideal. State after state adopted it, replacing the noose with the chilling hum of electricity. The transition was swift, and by the early 20th century, the electric chair had become a symbol of modern justice. It was a time when the public's fascination with technology intersected with the grim realities of capital punishment. The list of those who met their end in the electric chair grew steadily, each execution adding to its sinister legacy. Names were etched into history, not for their lives, but for their deaths. The chair became an equalizer of sorts, claiming the lives of both the infamous and the obscure. There was Ruth Snyder, a housewife who conspired with her lover to murder her husband, whose execution in 1928 was infamously captured in a chilling photograph. The image, snapped at the moment of her death, became one of the most iconic and disturbing photographs of the 20th century, symbolizing the brutal finality of the electric chair. Then there was Bruno Hauptmann, convicted in the kidnapping and murder of the Lindbergh baby, whose case gripped the nation. His trial was a media sensation, and his execution was seen by many as the ultimate justice for a heinous crime. Yet, questions about his guilt lingered, casting a shadow over the proceedings. From the infamous to the unknown, the electric chair claimed lives, solidifying its place in the American penal system. Each execution was a grim reminder of the state's power over life and death, and the chair itself became a symbol of this authority. But as the executions mounted, so too did the unsettling questions surrounding its supposed humanity. Critics argued that the electric chair was far from humane, pointing to botched executions and the suffering of the condemned. The debate over its use became a focal point in the broader discussion about the morality of capital punishment. Section 5. Sparks of Doubt, the Rise of Controversy. The electric chair's reign of terror was not without its challengers. From the beginning, doubts lingered about its supposed swift and painless nature. Whispers of botched executions, of agonizing deaths and charred flesh began to surface. Lawyers, activists, and even some politicians began to question the ethics of electrocution. Was this truly a just and humane form of punishment, or was it a sanitized form of torture masquerading as progress? These questions would continue to plague the electric chair's existence, fueling the growing movement against its use. Section 6. A flawed instrument, botched executions, and the specter of cruelty. As the 20th century progressed, a string of gruesomely botched executions exposed the chilling truth about the electric chair. Technical malfunctions, human error, and the sheer unpredictability of electricity turned executions into macabre spectacles of suffering. Inmates suffered horrific injuries, charred flesh, burst blood vessels, and even instances where the chair itself caught fire. The screams of the condemned echoed in the execution chambers, a horrifying testament to the chair's brutal inefficiency. These gruesome incidents shattered the illusion of a humane execution. The electric chair, once touted as a symbol of progress, now stood as a stark reminder of the barbarity humanity was capable of inflicting. Section 7. The Waning Years, a slow descent into obsolescence. The latter half of the 20th century marked a turning point in the use of the electric chair. The growing awareness of its flaws, coupled with a global shift towards abolishing the death penalty, led to its slow decline. New methods of execution, such as lethal injection, emerged, touted as more humane and less prone to error. States began to abandon the electric chair, relegating it to a dark chapter in their penal history. While the electric chair's reign of terror was coming to an end, its legacy of cruelty and the unsettling questions it raised about capital punishment continued to resonate. Section 8. Lingering in the shadows, the electric chair today. Today, the electric chair stands as a haunting relic of a bygone era. Although its use has drastically diminished, it remains an option for execution in a handful of states, a chilling reminder of a time when electrocution was considered a just and humane form of punishment. Its presence in museums and historical exhibits serves as a stark reminder of the dark side of human history, a testament to our capacity for cruelty and the evolution of our understanding of justice. Section 9. Conclusion, a legacy etched in darkness. The electric chair, a macabre symbol of punishment, casts a long shadow over the history of the American justice system. It stands as a testament to our ongoing struggle with the complexities of justice, punishment, and the very meaning of humanity. While its use has waned, the questions it raises about our capacity for cruelty, our search for humane forms of punishment, and the very nature of justice continue to resonate. The electric chair's legacy, etched in darkness and controversy, serves as a stark reminder of the enduring power of our past to shape our present and our future.